Okay, so in the previous video, you saw me inking on the glass. As I mentioned in the previous video, it's always best where possible to be doing the inking directly on the press bed or alternatively on a piece of plexi that you'd be able to transfer so that your plate and your registration guide are always sort of in the same spot. And removing the plate and then putting it back on the press bed, right, you're going to end up with a slight variation each time, which can make registration of different colors a little bit more challenging. So in this video, I'm just going through the same process as I did last time. The plate is already charged with ink, which means it's going to be easier to load up the plate with the yellow here, and you'll notice that I'm not having to do it as many passes with the roller in order to get the ink intensity all the way up. Okay, so once I have the image inked up, I'm going to locate a piece of paper, and again, using the registration guide, the paper line is smaller than the is smaller than the plate, right? So it's really important to make sure that you have the smaller paper so that you don't get a really rough edge. And sorry for blocking the view here. I don't have the greatest setup at home for doing my videos anymore, but I've gone in and I've made the registration marks using the T-bar registration method, again covering up the printing plate, covering it up with a piece of felt with the pressure on the press fairly high. On my press here I can measure out the rollers, and currently it's sitting at about 4 millimeters, which is pretty tight. Again, I'm going back and forth in order to kind of just maximize the overall pressure. And then when I pull the felt back and drape it over the roller, I'm going to carefully remove the photocopy paper and very carefully again remove the image. Again, noticing that it takes up most of the ink with fairly even and consistent coverage.